get this question a lot lately since I started doing BJJ, so I figure I would answer a lot of the questions here. That way I can send to my friends. First of all, I'm brand new. I'm a newbie. Been sick for the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks. But the question I'm getting is from a lot of my friends back home and a lot of my old lifting partners when I was a power lifter. They're hitting me up on my lifting Instagram, which is right here. And they're saying, hey, I see you're doing it. Good for you. What made you want to do it, and how do you like it? Well, the thing that made me want to do it was I escaped powerlifting with 0 injuries. No surgeries, anything. And I competed on a very high level. The second thing is the way I picked where I'm at, which is 615 BJJ in Hendersonville, Tennessee, is I went around and I checked out all the schools in the area, and I went off what I felt was best for me. I know I've answered and talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again because I've been getting a lot of questions about it. Not off of my YouTube channel, but in my personal life. So the things that I really noticed by going visiting other schools was I was very nervous because I'd never done it before. I didn't know what to expect. You can watch TV, you can watch other YouTube videos, you can do whatever you want to do, but when you walk through the door, you don't know what to expect. But I have a level of expectation that I wanted it to meet somewhat. If it couldn't meet all the criteria, just some of the criteria. And some of my criteria, my most important one was 0 to little attitude from everybody. I want it to be a competitive place, and I want people to push you, but I don't want it to be a hostile place where I'm going to end up getting in trouble or getting injured just because someone feels that, they're better, which they are going to be, but have an ego. So in visiting the schools, the first thing I noticed was all the schools except for 2. Everybody was like that. There was a lot of ego. Just wasn't my vibe. I was like, no, I'm not happy. I did go to another one that's near downtown Nashville. Loved the vibe, loved everything. Just far away from where I live. And I'm not talking like 20 minutes, talking like almost 45 minutes. For me to have that work, I would like to have like a 15 to 20 minute ride each way. It would be great. So I walk into 615 BJJ. I'm greeted by everybody. Like, how you doing? Blah, blah. No bravado. Like, the higher belts, everything were really cool. And instead of watching like I did the other ones, they gave me a gi. I put it on, and I did a week's worth of classes, and I had a great time. For the simple fact that it's a smaller school, has a lot of members, but it's a smaller school because of people's lifestyles. Everybody can't be there at once like every other school, but you get a lot of, which a lot of people would consider to be privates. You get a lot of one-on-one time with Professor Moses, which runs the school. And he's a fantastic person, very competitive, very knowledgeable. Can't say anything bad about him or the way he runs stuff. He is exactly what I was looking for. So now it's close to where I live, not too far. I got a good vibe. Now what I'm looking for is to see how people react after a couple days you've been there. Was it just like, hey, how you doing? To get you in the door and get you all set up, and then everyone started trying to crank on your neck, right? Because, let's face it, I know I've been around sports my whole life. A white belt, we're just punching bags. But they do a real good job of having an 80-20% rule, which I think is very cool. So 80% of the time you're going to be with someone that's on your skill level. So you're going to drill, and then when you go live and spar, if your cardio can handle it, you're going to go against someone that is brand new or might have 1 stripe or 2 stripes on their white belt. And you let them know, and that's a big thing Professor Moses teaches, and a lot of other people there teach. Because you know, we're not doing this full time. I'm not personally doing this full time to try to go to ABCC or anything like that. I can plan on competing, and I do take it seriously, but this don't pay my bills. So if you come in and you're little, you know, you're pumped up, but at the same time, you ain't got 100%. They encourage you to tell your partner, hey man, let's just flow roll, let's go at like 15-20%. And because I'm a white belt and I know 3 sequences, and they're a white belt maybe with a stripe, maybe they know 8 sequences that they can remember and I can remember. You just go through that at like 15-20%. But you do it for 5 minutes. You know, 5-minute rounds, get your little 30-minute break, and then you go back and do it. I like that about that. So that is the 80%. The 80% is what somebody of your caliber, or maybe just a little bit better than you, or someone that's exactly like you just came in, they match you up. Then they have a 20% rule. When you come in and you go with somebody, basically your job is, you know, what you know, the 5 or 10 things that you actually can remember to protect yourself while they're getting off on their technique, which makes you better because it makes you defend. Not all the time. It don't make you just a defensive person. 80% of the time you're practicing, you're drilling, right? Drillers make killers. So 80% of the time you're drilling, you're going live with someone like you and practicing what the drills are. 20% of the time you're trying to do what we're taught, but as anybody that's probably going to laugh at me at the comments will know that if it's a blue belt, purple belt, or even a black belt, you're just holding on for dear life and getting smashed, which helps you out with your defense. There's a lot of places that I see and a lot of places that I went into where people are just going in and just getting smashed every day. That does not make you better at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You need an 80-20% rule. Hands down. Google it, look it up. That is the right way to do it. 80% learning what you're supposed to be doing, 20% getting ran over, but while you're getting ran over, you're learning to defend. The best offense is a defense, but if you're really good at offense and you're really good at defense, all around you're going to be a better person. This is why I picked 615 BJJ in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The vibe, how close it is to my house, the way they structure their classes, the way people act, super clean, everybody just really cool, and you get a lot of time to talk with the instructors, and you get a lot of one-on-one time that you normally wouldn't get. So if anybody is around Hendersonville, Tennessee, and hasn't checked out 615 BJJ, go check it out. You ain't got to mention me or anything like that. Just walk in. Right now they're doing a thing with punch cards. You get, I think, three privates, and a week free with 3 privates. I would highly recommend checking it out. If you're driving far out to a different one, come check this one out. If you're closer, you'll definitely love the school. You'll love the people. Everybody is really, really, really cool. And the culture inside there is absolutely fantastic. Clean mats, clean bathrooms, clean changing rooms. They have a cold plunge and a sauna. It's absolutely fantastic. So, I hope I answered all the questions, because I'm going to tag a lot of people in this and send this to people, because I've been getting a lot of questions about it. Once again, stay mentally strong. You never know how many summers you got left. Do whatever you want to do and don't apologize to anybody. This is the BJJ Noob. Peace out.